For those who aren't used to it, the heat can be pretty dangerous.
In tonight's Avera Medical Minute, Tess Hedrick has tips on how to stay cool and safe during the summertime heat.
Well, there's not a typical day. The weather always dictates what you do.
Avera McKinnon groundskeeper Mike Bills covers a lot of ground. But when the sun is shining and temps are soaring, Bills' health comes first.
We have breaks during the day. We always put protective sunscreen on in the morning right away before you go out. We wear the hats. We do all that.
15-minute break will do you wonders just to cool your body off.
Dr. Scott Van Koolen is the emergency medicine medical director at Avera Queen of Peace in Mitchell. He says if you are out in the sun, make sure you're drinking lots of water and staying hydrated.
What ends up happening is in these hot and humid environments, with that high humidity, our bodies can't dissipate that heat. We usually use sweat to get rid of it. But when we're so sweaty from all the humidity, we're not allowed to actually dissipate that heat. So it ends up staying in our body, and we have to breathe it off. And then we're still working and doing things to kind of produce heat, but we're not getting rid of the heat. And that's a dangerous combination. And that's when you start feeling weak and lightheaded and nauseous. But when you start having vomiting and diarrhea and muscle cramps, you really need to stop so you don't progress into the other part. When you get the mild things, take action then. Once you get to this, that middle stage, you often feel poorly for a while. And sometimes you actually have to get IV fluids and stuff just to kind of get caught up.
Bills takes the heat seriously. In his 31 years as a groundskeeper, he's learned to listen to his body and not push it when it's hot outside.
If it gets hot, you just plan in the morning to do the things that you need to get done, like mowing, things that are a little more effort and not it's in the sun. You just kind of plan on doing that before it gets hot.
It's a huge plus.
Dr. Van Koolen says if you start hydrating before you even step outside, it will help your body produce sweat.
That sweat is a great way of dissipating the heat. But if you're dry already, you're not going to produce as much sweat. So then you're going to get behind the 8 ball, and then you're trying to drink. If you start to see the symptoms, you got to stop. And the biggest thing is go at it slowly, take lots of water, frequent breaks in cool environments, and usually you keep yourself out of the danger zone.
With your Avera Medical Minute, I'm Tess Hedrick, KSFY News.